Hello everyone, it's Sloth here, and today we're playing a very interesting Bant Control with Up the Beanstalk, and we even have the Tishana Tidebinder, because this can shut down Atraxa even with Cavern of Souls. Some hidden milling, so your opponent won't expect this last 15 cards milled, and Nissa, absolute powerhouse that you will see today. And you will see the deck in action, and it's so much more than the sum of its parts. Alright, and the last thing I wanted to say, just huge thank you for everyone watching the channel, especially if you are a long time lurker and you are watching maybe months, maybe year, but even if you are a new viewer, I really appreciate all of you guys. That is a huge support, and I'm super lucky to be sharing those games with you. So thank you and enjoy. Alright, let's start with the Triumph. We don't have green mana, but we have Shark and Memory Deluge, so I think it's pretty good. Pretty good. Oh! I mean, in this case, I'm definitely going for it. That's a good draw. Not only it gives us Mirrex for the future, but it gives us exactly this one single point of mana we needed. Well, I guess we got the headquarters, but you get the idea. Interesting. He tries to ramp. Alright, I think we go with the Shark. If we can Memory Deluge on the next turn, that will be absolutely massive. We get a 4/4, and also we get 2 cards, and we prepare for, you know, using up the Beanstalk for the rest of the game. So I think that should be good. Honk. Let's see what our opponent is doing, because if he ramps, he probably has some strong plays of his own. And we won't be able to kill Shorted, for example. Not on this turn. Our opponent seems to be surprised with his own plan so far. Yep. He played the land, and there's Liliana. Very good counter to the Seedshark, unfortunately. So we probably have to go for Memory Deluge, and that's it. Really good answer, unfortunately. We weren't able to use anything from the Seedshark, and that also means we need to go for untapped land. We probably play those later. But Liliana still hurts him, so... You know, I don't like her in the board, but we have ways to go around her. And we have a lot of bindings, so sooner or later, like, she won't ultimate this game, I think. And with Memory Deluge we have card advantage. Let's go with Wrathing Tower, right? Because we have green from this one. And we both got rid of the lands. Here's the tortoise. Alright then. Alright then. Definitely this extra mana is helping him a little bit, and he hit Mishra's Foundry, which is the best hit when he has the tortoise. They can be activated for 1 mana, and they are 3/3. So extremely good ratio. I think we just go with those. Those are really good cards overall. I don't want to give him more. I could farewell my... Oh no, I don't have enough. No, very unlucky lands, because we cannot play for 5 the March unless we exile something. I think we just go with headquarters, and we kinda chill, I guess. We will see if he goes to combat phase. Marches are amazing against all the mainlands, if we are in a clutch. He's down to 4 cards. I think we get rid of the Anchorage. And now the question, do we want to go with the Emperor? I really don't want to give him more stuff. Emperor is okay, right? Alright, you got your trigger. You got your trigger. He can be expecting Emperor, but it's still probably a good deal for him. So let's see. Even the Underdog. Oh man, that's so good for him. So I think I take 3 hits, like 3 damage, because I don't care about life total too much, but I really care, you know, about him not getting an extra cards. So 3 damage acquired. We can always Emperor at the end step if we want. Man, very hard game so far. Our opponent, man, that's also duress. Alright, he's definitely going around our stuff. And he's trying to draw all the cards. And they're in the exile zone. Alright. Red Knight. I mean, this is a pretty decent farewell, but not the best one yet. So I'm not fully sure how to play this. And Liliana is still applying a lot of pressure. So, two ways to go around it. Either we go Emperor and just exile the Tortoise. I'm not sure what we're really getting. I think this has to be the farewell turn. Man, they have so much mana. But if that will be a farewell turn, we probably won't untap land. So we have to play Memory Deluge. Very hard turn so far. I think we have a way to win this game somehow, but we need to go around a lot of stuff. And binding would be very useful. Okay, so we can go for the Anchorage, because we definitely need untap land for the next turn. We could get rid of Liliana, but then we cannot kill the rest. And I also want to get rid... but man, we are exiling our own Memory Deluge as well, that's so bad. I guess then we have to go with Up the Beanstalk and that's it. Like, we are drawing some extra cards. So be it. Artifacts and Graveyards. Oh man, that hurts. But we draw the card, we keep the Beanstalk, and our opponent is down to 2 cards. So I think, all in all, the problem is that we were forced to tap out fully, and that hurts a lot. So now they can play the Dread Knight, right? If they activate the manlands, then they don't get too much value. They just, you know, lower our total. Well, this is pretty good. No way. Man, they have insane tools against what we have. However, we can kill Nissa, so that's really good.
We all have things we'd rather forget.
Alright, you know what? I think we're doing it somehow. Because now we can go binding on Nissa, which will draw us a card. And that's good. I like drawing cards. But we can use the whale to get rid of this. Here's the land. Very nice. And he didn't remove the Up the Beanstalk. He was super greedy and we can punish him maybe. Alright. We could Sunfall and draw another card. You know what? That's not the worst, but we can also use the March for 5. Alright, I want to keep options. I really want to know what he will do. I don't really want to get rid of any of those cards, so a little bit scary. This should be the Emperor probably. This gives the most value, but it doesn't do much later. Alright, let's go. Just because it's the best value we will get for the Lagoon Bridge. He can kill it in response, but that's still a card. And later we can always play the whale, but it's not very good against Liliana. Like, Liliana is one of the cards that really hard counters what we have. Sure. And we can kill the Dread Knight. I mean exile it. But we would love to have some extra mana. I think this is Sunfall. March is basically the same card, just easier to use and more flexible. A Field of Ruin is nice. Alright. Alright, man, this will be hard. This will be hard. But we have Field of Ruin, we have March. So I think we'll try to siege the Liliana, because she will be a huge problem. Like, she can ultimate on the next turn. We will definitely allow it. And now the question, how he attacked. I think we see the attack first. Food token isn't relevant, like, we don't care about his life total. And that means 1 less mana, and also we see what exactly is happening. 7 damage, it's not much. I need to kill Liliana. He has double Coreless, which means he probably won't play anything this turn. And here it is. I mean, I can just play the whale, draw the card with Up the Beanstalk, and kill Liliana, right? I'm not sure why he went for this play. It doesn't seem great. Well, punished. But we couldn't do it in combat phase because then she would -2. It's looking really good so far, man. So we attack. And we kill her? I think so. The priority comes from here. And he cannot block because he needs to tap both the Foundress in order to you know, activate one of them. I'm not sure about this play. It doesn't feel right at all. Like, he should leave at least one creature to block and try to protect her. Or at least maybe block. I don't know. Maybe he just has to lance, or maybe he just plays differently. So, we could play Emperor. I think we just try to survive one turn. We have card advantage thanks to Up the Beanstalk. And as you can see, after exiling both Memory Deluge, we absolutely do not care. Yeah, I want to be sure that I survive this turn. And if this is supposed to die ever, sure, I will gladly take it. I already got all the value from this. Like, he needs to attack with the Dread Knight, otherwise it's just useless. So I will still get this. I will play Emperor even though this is more mana efficient and I draw the card, because this can be very clutch. Like, this is 1 mana removal and Field of Ruin is 2 mana removal. So I can basically tap his whole mana for like 4 lands on my side, which means I can put a lot of more pressure into the board. If he goes, I think his idea was to try to finish us before we stabilize fully, and that means he will start activating those lands in the next turns. And we need to go around it. Mishra's Foundry is very easy to activate, so Field of Ruining doesn't give us as much tempo advantage. Cottage is super slow, right? 5 mana compared to your, like, 2 mana, basically. Alright, my friend, what is the play? I'm not sure if he remembers that the priority is his, so let's remind him nicely. Maybe he's thinking about it. I'm not activating Field of Ruin. We will go with this. We have enough value with the whale, I think. And the beanstalk, of course. We also have Mirrex.
May your blade strike true.
I will go a little bit risky and go for the Seedshark. Don't forget, he can get back Nissa probably at some point. Like, those colors absolutely can do it. So maybe we keep Otawara and try to save the binding and do it again. I go for the throat. Sure, not my favorite, but it's also not something we should react to. It's just, you know, inconvenience, basically. 1 card. Huh. That's a tricky one. This is tricky one. He cannot play it on this turn. Alright, you get it. If we bounced it, he wouldn't get the card. But it will be very hard for him to activate it. Very nice. This is non-land, right? No. Creature, so we could bounce it. Did he play a land this turn? He did? But he can just activate the other one. So I think what we will do... yeah, let's do it before the attack. This way we draw a card. We need every single card because we are on the verge of fully stabilizing and taking over the game. So every single card that isn't a land from the top is getting us super close to this. And I have Otawara, so if he plays Virtue, I can just bounce it and hopefully do something else. And it's super slow because he needs to have it at the upkeep, right? Up the Beanstalk is decent draw. Alright, Sunfall is also pretty good, because whatever he will take from the graveyard, we can just Sunfall it. Revelry. Alright, this way we draw a card. I mean 2 cards, sorry. 1 card is definitely... Man, look at this, like, he cannot beat this in the long game. And I'm keeping Otawara, like, it's super important. So he needs to kinda kill us with... This has to be a removal, but then he doesn't have mana. I think we won. Man, Up the Beanstalk absolutely carried us. We didn't need this Memory Deluge. I told you, there is a way to win this game, but that was like a huge puzzle. Every piece needed to be solved. Man, from the ramp, so they had really strong opening into the tortoise that we didn't have great removal for. And Nissa was a huge blow. Man, Nissa, if not binding, we would lose this game probably, because Nissa is unbeatable unless you instantly kill her. And he went very, very greedy. He should go -1 for the Up the Beanstalk. Bro, you either play the card or you don't. Like, I don't think he has much of a choice. Sure. Cool. I think we take 2 damage. It will be hard to pressure him with the whale. Alright, that's it. Man, what's up with his priority? I don't want to be this guy, but like he keeps holding priority for absolutely no reason. I think he's just not paying attention at all. Because he definitely isn't activating Foundry, attacking into whale and losing it, right? So why would you hold the priority? Alright, maybe he's learning magic. A lot of players in Mythic learn magic. Let's take 2 damage, right? Alright. We have Field of Ruin, so we can counter one of the creatures, and then we go Emperor. So, let's attack, shall we? He can trade. That's something to remember. And he needs 3 mana for 1 Foundry, so at most he can attack with 2 creatures, and we can answer both. I'm attacking not because I really care about attacking. I attack because I want to force him to attack with Shorted. Like, if he doesn't attack, I'm winning on board for free. Sure, perfect. He basically did nothing this turn. Let's see the attack. Man, everything is going according to plan. Here's the Emperor. I mean, I don't even need to kill it, to be absolutely honest, but I will. Looking super great so far. And he just lost full turn for nothing. He thought that Virtue of Persistence is his win con. It was our trap. And he fell for it. I mean, it doesn't matter, right? We can just go like this. And go double Mirrex. Like, the more creatures we have, the better. And with double Mirrex tokens, I believe we win the next turn. He theoretically could have some cards that can challenge us, like Bridge the Multiverse, or just, I don't know, some Tear Asunder, getting back Nissa, and I don't know. I don't know. Alright, another one. That's good for him. Didn't play around this draw. So do we go with the Sunfall? I'm not sure, to be honest. His draw is pretty good actually, because this contests fully the whole board, and this gives him the next play that, yeah, I guess I gave him, because this was the bounced one. So never mind. I thought he just drew it. I'm all over the place, man. If we play Sunfall, we draw 2 cards, so that's also a pretty good deal. We could, oh, never mind. But that's not lethal yet, right? It's close, but not yet. So we can go longer game and just Sunfall and keep drawing cards, and then we win in the longer game, and Leyline the Virtue when he plays it. Or we can Leyline this, and just attack him over 2 turns, which seems to be a better idea overall. Alright, I'm also drawing cards. That's kinda the point of the deck, right? I nearly forgot about it. And by nearly, I mean I absolutely forgot about it. Alright, so drawing 2 cards for removal. Not the best cards, but we will make them work. Cycling the Triumphs is so valuable in many games, man. Alright, we will play this. We attack with everything. And if he wants to attack with everything on his side, we can just Field of Ruin the biggest creature. So probably double Mishras is the best he can go for, so that's mere 4 damage. And we can make more Mirrex. Alright, pretty good, pretty good. If he were... I guess he should just block with the Founder, right? He had 3 mana. Alright then. Man, that was a long game, but we did the thing. So if you enjoyed it, don't forget to subscribe and tell me in the comments if you enjoyed this one, because that was a hard one. Alright, opponent goes first. Let's see. Top 800. What do you play, my friend? You're on the play, right? So I suspect... Alright, I thought it would be a mountain. I'll be honest, I was sure it would be a mountain. But that's pretty good for us. Are you a Traxa? Seems like it so far. Well, I think we go up the Beanstalk. We need to be as efficient as possible. We don't want to miss too many turns. When we play this Triumph, we can remove whatever he plays. Nissa is great, if we can get her. I mean, let's go. It is what it is. We could go for the Binding, remove his mana and draw extra card, but I think this card could be way better later. I'm not sure, maybe that will be a mistake. But with Seedshark we have so many plays on the next turn, if it survives. And he has only 4 cards that we don't know of, so not sure if he has the Leylines. Doesn't feel like it so far. I really want to play Nissa on the next turn, so we will play like this. So I only have Leyline. Do you play the Emperor? Doesn't matter, right? No double white mana. And if he main phases on the next turn, that's fine. I could hit the Triumph with Field of Ruin, but I'm really like using all my mana, so I don't want to. Alright. I mean, that's an angel, that's for sure. Huh. If I had mana, I could play Wandering Emperor, so a little bit unfortunate, but of course also our choice. We have one on the next turn. It can be. All right, I think I know. We go for this. We create a huge cool token. We remove the Archangel. Yeah, thanks. So it still dies, but now we have way more in the board. That's a decent draw. Now we go Nissa. We draw a card. Man, this deck is amazing. And we kill this. That means they cannot play. I will give him a good game. That means he doesn't have 7 mana and he cannot play Atraxa on the next turn. And he has nothing on board, which means Nissa is probably staying. Never mind. Never mind. Never didn't have it, but still. Yeah, the Atraxa is a problem. I'm not sure what I will do against Atraxa. I have some ideas, but not too many. If he plays Atraxa, that's really bad. You know what? We will bluff this. We're going for Cavern of Souls, and for our opponent the only reason to go for this play is that we have a counter spell, and we are ready. We also will take the island, so he sees that we are fully armored into the counter spell game, and we say go. With 4 open mana. And I need to bluff this turn, so I can Memory Deluge and hopefully hit something. The lightning, you know, is painful, but I'm not risky. I want to bluff. Like, I think it's worth this. Is this Emperor first? Yeah, I think we need to get rid of the Archangel. And on the next turn we can actually go for Memory Deluge.
I am the Emperor of Kamigawa.
Like with open mana.
Protect my people.
If he kills the Emperor, that's fine. Absolutely fine. We already got the value.
I guess
I'm not even sure if that was the best target for it.
done.
Like at this point in the game. Alright, so if I think we open with this. Unfortunately now he will play Atraxa, because he has no other option. So if this is the last card, he will just play her. Like, he's against the wall, so there's only one play. that wasn't Atraxa, and he's absolutely out of the game right now. We will probably play Memory Deluge and try to kill this so we can attack easier, I think. We could also make a token. Yep, this is the card I wanted. This is exactly the card. Man, we won. And this is exactly against Atraxa. This is attacking, right? Only attacking. Alright, sure. So in this case, I will just attack him. If he tries to raise, he can because he has more life. We just use the whale, and believe me, he doesn't want to draw this. He doesn't want to draw this. And Champ Block doesn't give him anything. Like, he has exactly the same situation on the next turn. And with Tishana Tidebinder, we are absolutely not scared about Atraxa top deck. There's nothing he can draw. We could even counter it, but that's not the play. We just want the Atraxa. And it's very low chance that he will draw her, and even if he does, we still win. Glimpse, sure. Yeah, I guess it makes his draws better, so no reason to not play it. My friend, do you want to draw it next turn? Oh boy, he doesn't. It might be a scoop at this point. And let's play this, because that's a huge creature that also... Man, this deck is amazing! Like, look at us going. We also have Otawara, Answer to Atraxa, and so much more value. Alright, opponent goes first. Well, thank you, Shuffler. I mean, I guess I wasn't worthy of a first hand. I think we go March at this point. We want all of those cards, but... unfortunately, we need to lose something, and if anything, that has to be a Revelry at higher priority. Also, all the payments. Man, Shuffler did us dirty this game. Like, it's not looking super hot. I hope he gets mana screwed, because I had to mulligan with this kind of hand. Of course not. Have you ever seen aggro deck that was mana screwed at one land? I don't remember. So what do? We have to go for this. Honestly, I think we go for the Revelry. It won't get better than this, right? So we get some buffer for the Painlands. And we see what happens. We can even Tidebinder the Scarf, which actually makes a huge difference. Alright, you know what? I don't mind it. But that means we don't really want to block the chorus. Awkward. That's weird. I thought that they want me to block, because they would get an extra card, right? So we can go with the whale. We don't have target for Field of Ruin. I think we need to go for it and, you know, fix the thing. And we will force him to do it again. Man, I'm already at 3, and that went really quick. So the Corrupt is up. That's not perfect for us. We need to work until the Sunfall hits, man. And even then, with Tokesha's Welcome, it's not the end of the game. It doesn't hit enchantment, right? Yeah, only artifact, creature. Alright, I don't have the mana. But my friend, my whale isn't white, it's blue. And now you have no protection from it. Well, that's what he gets for being extremely greedy. He still can draw it, and then he gets extra card with Tokesha's Welcome, so it's not the worst trait. But it slows him down super much. Sentry. I mean, that's an investment. The Tokesha's Welcome is so annoying, man. Aggro drawing cards forever is probably not what you want to see, and even the Tidebinder doesn't hit it. So, it is activated. I don't want to give him a free trigger. It makes our draws a little bit worse. We don't want to pain, right? And we have blue for the whale. It also oh, never mind, he drew the card. And we kind of force him to keep using Scruff, I guess. Man, Skrelv is absolutely insane card. Man, is that the best one drop in standard? It might be. Like, probably Swift Spear is just by the sheer amount of oppressiveness of the deck, but objectively, probably this card is just, more versatile and it's just insane in basically every deck. So, what do we do here? I think we just go with the wave. If our opponent is playing like this, we need to punish it. He has the Mirrex, so he will draw a Dance Step as well, so that's not perfect. But we're keeping ourselves at 3. We definitely need to draw lands, man. And we're really bad at drawing lands. That might be the end of the game. I'm not sure, but I really need that land this turn, I think. But let's try. Let's go with the Seedshark and see how it goes. I need him to overcommit to the board, just play everything, so he cannot reactivate the welcome. 1 mana removal easy. Oh boy. Well, that was cool. 20 life, but something is not right. This Tokeshar welcome absolutely carried him through the game. He had really strong opening in this regard. I mean, this is a land. So that's a start, but the problem is that he has the tokens, and I'm already basically at 7. And it won't stop. On the bright side, I have mana for this and the token, but he's actually drawing way more cards. I traded 1 for 3, and he's still ahead in cards thanks to this. So that's really problematic. He didn't do this, by the way. He should. Yep, never mind. So he wants to draw 2 cards at that step. Cause why not? Alright, I think we'll try to negate one of the cards at least. I wish it could target enchantment. Alright then. So we will just answer to his activation of Mirrex. I don't think we're winning this one. I think we're too far behind. Like, he's at 44. He drew 2 more cards than the control deck, basically. While also providing extreme pressure every single turn. And it will get worse. Or at least it should get worse, because we are removing one of them at least. This way he doesn't trigger both. But even one is just enough, man. Like, drawing 2 cards a turn as an aggro, it means that you never run out of steam. And it means that if this doesn't get removed, or he doesn't fizzle and draw only lands for a moment, we need to keep drawing perfect answers every turn forever. So that's very, very hard. We have Farewell, so we have the answers, but it came a little bit too quickly, with a little bit too many creatures on top of it. Like, opening with Skrelv as well, I think he misplayed a little bit with this, so we were able to go with this game way longer than we should. But when he set up the board and then played the welcome, it was pretty bad. Alright, he's not attacking. I will activate it. Even though he has sorcery speed removal, if I draw a land, I can play the wave. And that's a big difference, because that means I can block. He will keep drawing 2 cards a turn, and there's nothing we can do about it, except just waiting. I could try to attack, but he will have 3 toxic creatures on the next turn, so we need to threaten the block on 2 of them. It would be great to have Up the Beanstalk and keep drawing cards with all of those, but unfortunately that's not the case. Yep, more. Well, that was awkward. Alright guys, today's outro I will try to make as concise as possible, so let's go. Up the Beanstalk, absolutely insane card. The fact that it replaces itself is just so good, man. Even if you never use any of the cards with 5 mana converted cost or higher, it still doesn't hurt you most of the time. And if you can use a single march, look at all those cards, man. All of those cards can draw you cards This is absolutely insane. And you have seen in the games, on top of Memory Deluge, we have this huge Cardo engine, which means that we don't need to go super slow with 4 mana Cardo, but just 2 mana is enough to keep us going for a very long time. I really like the addition of Tidebinder. Even though it wasn't used, it felt so good to have this against Atraxa matchup, and worst case you can use it as a removal. Basically your opponent attacks with mono red, you just pay 3 mana, you chum block, they play with fire, you trade card for card, the usual stuff, and we have enough sharks to just keep it going. So the deck is pretty solid. I liked it. I think it has advantage of being very low to the ground while also theoretically playing expensive cards. So this means that you can be very quick and much quicker than the normal control decks that usually need to go to 4 mana to even start drawing cards. Here you can start on turn 2, and believe me, this one Sunfall that draws extra card won me so many games. Alright, and I promised you short outro, so I need to stop because I'm starting again. So thank you guys for watching, I hope you had a great fun watching the deck, and see you tomorrow.
With